Hi guys, Top Pops here, and in today's video, we're going to be counting down my top 10 most expensive Funko Pops of 2021. So, let's get started. Alright everybody, so we are going to be starting at number 10 and then building our way all the way up to the number 1 most expensive figure out of over 2,000 figures in my collection. So, let's start with number 10, which is you guys ready for this one? The Director Freddie. And now this is a figure that you don't see very often because you actually had to get this one by going to the Making Fun documentary, which was Funko's first ever movie. And this one here comes in at just under $300 at $280. So this really is a crazy Funko Pop. Now, I actually won a contest by sending in a 30-second video of me saying why I think I deserved to actually go to the Funko documentary. And I didn't come first, but I was a runner-up. So they did offer me a ticket, but no flight out there. So I did just get the prize pack and couldn't make it to the film. But this is still a figure that I'm so excited about winning. So Funko, thank you so much for at least making me a runner-up because I would not have this figure without you guys. And then also, if you guys want to see the back of the box, it does tell you a little bit about Funko. So if you guys want to read that, there it is right there. And this box is a little bit different than the rest of them because it is black and blue instead of that normal white color. Alright, now let's move on to the number 9 spot, coming in at $290, so only $10 more than the Director Freddie, but this one here is a 2-pack from San Diego Comic-Con 2019, and this one here is the Carl and Ellie from Up. And now something special about this 2-pack is that this is the only way that you could get the young Carl as well as young Ellie. And actually, in general, this is the only way that you could get an Ellie Funko Pop. And something that I love about these two characters is the amount of detail that Funko added to these ones. So for the Carl, he actually has a tiny little grape soda pin. And then for Ellie, she's holding her adventure book. And not even just talking about the characters, the box is also super detailed as well. So you guys can see on the back there, it's got like stamps and newspapers as well as maps. And then the number where it normally tells you what it is, like maybe the number in the series, this one just says 2-pack, but then in the background, it's got the grape soda instead of the normal just kind of like white circle. And something that makes me laugh about the Carl in this set is that he actually is wearing his normal glasses, but then also has the goggles on his aviator hat. And I get it, you're not going to take them off, but he can't wear both of them. And if you guys are wondering what part of the movie this is from, this is probably right at the beginning when Carl actually loses his balloon, and then they actually find each other in the house that they're going to live in forever. Now this is kind of funny, guys. Number 9 was the Carl and Ellie 2-pack, but then coming in at number 8, we have another Up Funko Pop, which is a great one. And this one here is the Doug with Cone of Shame. And now this figure here comes in just over $300 at $310. And I remember when I first bought this character on eBay, I paid, I believe it was something around like $90 for this pop. So it really has gone up a lot since I purchased it. And now this figure actually came out back in 2016, but I'm pretty sure I bought this one maybe back in like 2018. I think so. This was part of my late night eBay finds, which we don't do anymore, but if you guys would like to see that series again, please let me know in the comment section below because I would love to do some more late night eBay finds to find more characters like this. And now normally with conventions exclusive pops, they are shared with somewhere else outside of the convention, and this one here was Toy Tokyo, and if you guys don't know, it is really hard to get Toy Tokyo exclusives on their website, so this one was probably really tough to get at the convention and online later on. So that's probably why this one got so expensive. And then if you guys want to see the back of the box, it has the normal Doug and then the Doug with Cone of Shame. And I'm pretty sure that the normal Doug doesn't have the Cone of Shame on the back of the box, but I might be wrong about that. And I know that a lot of people really do enjoy the Up movie, and every single Funko Pop that Funko has made has sold out super quickly, so it totally makes sense why this one is just over $300. Alright, now coming in at number 7, we have a bit of a weird one, and this one's actually from, I believe, 2020, I think. Anyways, the one that I have here is the red metallic Toucan from the Comic-Con Museum. And now this one here comes in at $330, and I believe this one is from 2020. What does it say on the bottom here? Yes, it is from 2020, so just last year, and this one is already in my top 10. So this thing is super expensive. Well, I totally get why it was so expensive, because it was exclusive to the Comic-Con Museum, and the only way that you could get this character is if you donated $500. And so I didn't donate the $500, but I do think I did pay like $480 or something crazy like this, so it is worth less than what I paid for it, but at least I didn't have to pay that $500 like most other people. And I guess the good thing about this character here is that they didn't just make 1,000,000 of them, they only made 1,000, which is what it is limited to, and you guys can see that on the sticker right there. And now if you don't want to pay so much for this one with a red suit, you could buy the white suit, which goes for about $20 or $30, but if you're a completionist for the ad icons like me, you're definitely going to want to get both of them. And now guys, at the number 6 spot, we have a really crazy figure here. And this is one that I almost paid nothing for because I didn't know that my credit card collected points. And then when I found all the points, I had about enough for this figure right here. So this one here is the Freddy Funko as Big Boy. And this one was exclusive to Freaky Tiki Fun Days 2019. And now this right here is just an amazing character. This one is limited to 520 pieces and comes in at $330. So I guess you could say either the Toucan Red or this one right here could be interchangeable, but this is what it was on the Funko app, so this is what I'm leaving it at right now. But this one is amazing because it is the Freddy Funko with the burger in his hand, which is normally the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive, which goes for like about what? I think like $1,000 now, maybe $800, something around there. And I don't own that character, but I'm totally okay with owning this Freddy Funko as Bob's Big Boy because this thing just looks amazing. And if you guys want to see the back there, this one was exclusive to Freaky Tiki Fun Days, like I said, and that is a party that Funko holds every year at San Diego Comic-Con. And now sadly Fun Days couldn't happen this year due to COVID restrictions, but at least we have some really great characters from other years like this one right here. Alright everyone, so we are now at number 5, which means we are halfway through the list, and this one here is the only horror figure on this list, and this one is the Chase glow-in-the-dark Jason Voorhees. Now, this one right here, Kenny, if you're watching, I'm sorry that you have to hear this, but I paid Kenny $100 for this Funko Pop because he wanted to buy a John Lennon album. I believe that's what it was, or maybe it was an original Beatles one. I'm not sure, but it was something really special. So he came by the office and was like, Tristan, I want you to buy this from me for $100. And now, Kenny, cover your ears. This one is now worth $370 USD, and I paid 100 Canadian. So this one was a really great deal on my part, and Kenny, thank you so much for selling this one to me. But this one here is just such an amazing Funko Pop, and if you guys know any of the original horror figures, a lot of them are getting really expensive like this one here, and I think this is just such a crazy one. And I do own the normal Jason Voorhees, but if you guys don't know, back then when they made these chases, they weren't 1 in 6 like they are now. They were actually 1 in 36, so these things right here are really rare. And I only own 2 chases like this. I have my original metallic Batman as well as this one right here, so these things are really hard to come by. But with the other chases, I have like 20 or 30, or probably more than that, to be honest. I'm looking around the room and there's a lot of chases in here that are 1 in 6, but I only own, out of all of my figures, over 2,000 Funko Pops, only 2 of the 1 in 36 chases. Alright, now let's get into the number 4 spot, which is another ad icon, and this one here is just a crazy one. This is the only way that you can get this specific character right here, and this is the Louis Blue Raspberry, exclusive to the same convention as the Freddy Funko as Big Boy, and this one here is just such a crazy figure. And now I totally understand why this one is expensive, because Funko gets you with this one. If you look at the back of the box, there are 6 characters in the set. 5 of them are common ones, and then 1 of them is limited to 1,000 pieces. So if you guys want to see the rest of the box, there's Poncho Punch, Alexander the Grape, Strawberry Shortcake, Sir Isaac Lime, and Little Orphan Orange. And all of those go for like $5 to $10, but this one, of course, goes for, you guys ready for this? $390. Almost 400 bucks, which is kind of crazy. And now because this one was limited to 1,000 pieces, they did not even put this one on the Funko shop during the convention. You could only get this one by going to San Diego Comic-Con. And to get into the lottery for that booth, you have to get it in like months in advance. So this one really is a crazy one to own. Alright everyone, so we are now into our top 3, and this next one here is another one from the 2019 San Diego Comic-Con. So these ones from that year really are getting expensive, but let's get into this one here, which is, are you guys ready for this one? Drum roll please. The Freddy Funko as the Genie. An amazing Funko Pop. And now Freddy Funko as the Genie really is a bit of a jump from the Louis Blue. This one is coming in at $490, so $100 more than the last figure we just took a look at. And this one here really does have some amazing detail. And this is another one from the Freaky Tiki Fun Days back in 2019. And this one here is a cool one because they took the entire Freddy Funko head and made it an entirely new sculpt, where with the Freddy Funko as Big Boy, they kind of just painted it a different color. But for this one here, they gave Freddy Funko like a beard as well as earrings, and then I think that's it, but still, it is different. And in terms of limited edition, to compare this one to the Bob's Big Boy one, that one was limited to 520 pieces, when this one was limited to 450, so just a little bit less. And this is one that I actually got out of a mystery box, so I think this is so crazy that this mystery box Funko Pop is in the top 10 most expensive figures in my entire collection. Alright everybody, so we are now at my number 2 spot before we get to the most expensive Funko Pop in my collection. And this one here is a really crazy one, and it is the, are you guys ready for this? Well, it is the glow-in-the-dark Loch Ness Monster. I'll explain this. So with the glow-in-the-dark Loch Ness Monster, it was actually part of my Emerald City Comic-Con bundle from last year, but that one was stuck at the post office because I couldn't go to my US post box because of course, COVID laws. And now that package has been sitting there for almost a year because it is already Emerald City Comic Con 2021. And because they've been sitting there for so long, the post office actually threatened to send them back to wherever they came from. So I was really close to losing almost $1,000 worth of Pops because I did get the lottery for Emerald City Comic Con and I wanted to buy a lot of Pops. So there was a lot of Pops just sitting there. And it wasn't just that package. It was also like, I think another 50 or 60 more of them. But guys, we do have a silver lining. You guys might remember a long time ago when I used to go to GameStop, I used to run into Josh and Renee who worked there, and I've actually become pretty good friends with them. And Renee was nice enough to go over to the post office and pick up every single one of those packages. So they are safe and secure. Now, they just have to make it to me. So Renee, thank you so much for helping me out with that. And because we can't show off the glow-in-the-dark version, I at least have the normal one, so we'll take a look at this one for today. So here is the normal Loch Ness Monster, and I'm pretty sure the glow-in-the-dark one was limited to possibly 1,000 pieces, maybe 500. It was something really limited, and it is crazy that I did get one of them. And the only difference between this one and the one for Emerald City Comic Con last year is that that one glows in the dark. So this one here is probably a bit of a different color than what that one is, but it's still very similar. And I was trying to get every single one of the Myth Funko Pops, and now I think I'm only missing one. I am missing the blue and green Bigfoot, and then I've got every single one. Oh, and I almost forgot to mention how much the glow-in-the-dark Loch Ness Monster goes for. It goes for, you guys ready for this one? $540. A crazy number.
I am not allowing you guys to listen to that number transition scene anymore for this last one. I'm sure it's driving you absolutely crazy. So, you know what, here, I'll do it for you, right? Here's number one. Do, 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 do.
Alright everybody, so we have now gone through 9 of them, so let's get on to the most expensive Funko Pop in my entire collection. Now I'm pretty sure if you guys have watched the channel for even a little while, you would know what the most expensive Funko Pop is in my collection, and it hasn't changed since I got this character, and it is, you guys ready for this one? The 9-inch metallic Buzz Lightyear. And I just love pulling this one out to show you guys because of how crazy and huge this figure is. So let's go through the specs on this one. This one was limited to 360 pieces and was exclusive to San Diego Comic-Con 2011. And they did make a normal version of this one, but all of the ones that went to San Diego Comic-Con were kind of like different variants. So this one here is metallic. They also made a metallic, I believe it was Maleficent, and then they made a Steamboat Willie where instead of it being the black and white colors, it was like a bright red, yellow, and then blue, and then maybe a purple as well. It was a really cool figure. And all of them were limited to the same amount. So if you guys want to see this character a little bit closer up, there is the Buzz Lightyear right there. And then it also shows on the back the different Pops in this set, but the normal versions, not the Comic-Con exclusive ones. So they have the Maleficent as well as the normal Steamboat Willie right here on the back. And if you guys want to know how I got this Funko Pop, this one was actually gifted to me by my grandfather back in, like, I want to say 2016. He got it off of Gemini Collectibles for, you guys ready for how much? $50. And that really is a cheap price to pay for this, considering it goes for, you guys ready for this? Hold on, I gotta read this one. $1,160. And this price is probably gonna stay like that just because there are so few of these on the market. If I put this up for pretty much whatever I wanted, it would probably sell for that. And I mean, I can't be too crazy with it, but if I put this up for maybe $1,500 or $2,000, it would probably sell for that price just because of how few of this character there really is. But I mean, I really am just throwing around numbers. If you guys were ever thinking of giving me an offer, I would probably never take it because this one was a gift from my grandpa. And if you guys ever see this one in a video, you know it's probably going to be a special one because I usually keep this at home in my room and not here at the office. But anyways, guys, that is my top 10 most expensive Funko Pops of 2021. But before we get out of here, of course, let's spin the wheel. All right, guys, so now let's spin this thing and see what expensive or rare figure we could show off today. Please don't be rides. Please don't be rides. WWE. You don't get that one very often. You know what, I was thinking about it. Is there a spot on the wheel that I haven't spun yet? I feel like maybe we haven't shown off a DC character yet, but there might be some other ones as well. But anyways, the figure that I chose from WWE is a great one. This is the Walmart exclusive Hulk Hogan ripping his t-shirt. Now, I know whenever I mention this, I get a couple posts on the subreddit, but I have to mention it. My grandfather met Hulk Hogan at a Burger King. I had to say it. And that's all he really remembers. I don't even know if he got a picture with him because it was probably back in the 80s, so there was no easy camera to carry around with you like your cell phone, but it was still pretty cool, and he does tell that story whenever I mention Hulk Hogan or wrestling in general. But this figure here really does look great, and you guys can see what it's based off of on the back right there. It's him ripping his shirt, and you can kind of see there's a little bit stuck together still, just like the Funko Pop. And then if you guys want to see the back of the box, there is the rest of them right there. The Naomi actually has a chase, and I do have that one. And the funny part is I only have, like, I think 3 or 4 more WWE Funko Pops, so we're probably going to have to switch it on the wheel from WWE to sports. Because looking at it over there, I've got a lot of basketball ones, I've got a lot of mascots, I've got a lot of hockey, but not very many WWE ones. And I don't know why I picked that, because I probably thought I had more at the time, but we really are starting to run low. But anyways, guys, this is the one that I chose for today, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and let me know in the comment section below, what is your most expensive Funko Pop? Because I really want to know what you guys have in your collections that might be rare, or just kind of weird that people don't see very often. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you guys want to see more from me in the future, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, do all that. But this has been another episode of Top Pops. Popsters, thanks for watching. See you guys tomorrow.
Drippin' like a school. On a four with school. Baby gonna screw. She funny with it. Cool. V5 4 thump. I'm a hump on a bounce. Jack and Jill up a hill. Baby tryna get a meal. Mary had a little lamb. I really do not fuck with, and she calling me the muffin man. I surely like the muffin top. Snow. Like my lashes.